That's me when I'm in a bad mood. A massive kick-off. Spirit guides, universe, and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Taurus's highest good. How is Taurus feeling in this third week of June 2025 with regards to the one they're thinking about, dealing with, or manifesting in? 3 cards for how Taurus is feeling, please. The 2 of Pentacles. Okay, so the 2 of Pentacles, 2 is a number of balance. It's a number of duality. Pentacles is time, money, and energy. So this is the eternal juggle. Okay, like how do I manage these 2 priorities with time, money, and energy? Okay, which one is the most important? So it can be a choice of which to prioritize, or we're just trying to keep all the plates spinning. Sometimes it's about wanting, duality, wanting another person to be on the same wavelength as us. But it's a need for balance. It's trying to get balance. You could feel like you've got a lot on your plate at the moment, or a lot on your mind, a lot of priorities, responsibilities, and you're just chasing your tail. Okay, so you're fantasizing about change, about a rebirth. Could be a rebirth of a connection with someone from the past. For me, when I get the Page of Wands, that's the start of a brand new journey with someone new. With an Ace, it tends to make sense that there's great enthusiasm for a rebirth, okay, that we are trying to manifest with a person. Now, I say trying to manifest because it's in combination with the 7 of Cups. Now, the 7 of Cups is being at a crossroads. It's a card of daydreaming, fantasizing. What is it that I want? Who do I want? Where am I going next? And in each of the 7 cups, there's different things. Some of them good, some of them not so good for us. Okay, but when it's reversed, that daydreaming energy, it crosses over into delusion, okay, because it's like we cannot stop thinking about it, and it may become unrealistic, okay. So there's someone or something that you really want, this enthusiasm, this wand is phallic and it's coming out of a big seed, okay, and for all this emotion, you see, this is like a phoenix to me coming up. from the bottom rising up to the top. So for me, it's a card of rebirth. And I'd say that you spend a lot of hours in the day thinking about this. The Eight of Cups reversed, yeah. So that's the past energy. Eight of Cups upright is someone walking away from an established connection. Because Six of Cups is soulmates. Seven of Cups is being at a crossroads. Eight of Cups is the end of that established relationship. Someone that we've known for many years, that we have a soul bond with. Many memories, you know, have been accumulated. Each cup represents a memory. Not a memory. Each cup represents a year, you know, like, or a few years each. So it's a very, you know, that's like walking away from a marriage or someone that you've been living with or someone that you have an incredible, you know, dynamic with, like really, really strong, loyal. The Eight of Cups is reversed, so we don't want to walk away. Hi, Puma or Addy. This is like, I don't want an ending. I do not want the end of this connection. It's very important to me. Whether you were in a relationship in the 3D or you feel an incredibly strong soul tie to this person and it never became what you wanted it to be. This is like, I do not want this to end, you know, I really don't. Very, very clear that. Sorry, I'll just move the camera so you can see those cards. Okay, let's see who's showing up in your reading. Could be someone that you're thinking about, someone that you're dealing with or manifesting in. I told you. Okay, so it's the Lovers card. So this is a soulmate. Okay, so it's someone that, it's the major arcana for Gemini. They could have Gemini placements, but the Lovers card is two people that each feel the same for one another. It's a divine union. Something about your two souls is like, you were supposed to meet, you agreed to have a connection in the 5D. This was a destined union, okay? This is a soulmate, and they feel the same about you as you feel about them. With that Lovers card upright. If the Lovers card was reversed, one person would be in love and the other one is not. Okay, it'd be unrequited. This is mutual. This is a divine couple. The Two of Cups is like, you know, when you're at the beginning and you're both just falling for each other. And that can always end, or it can, you know, grow. But the Lovers is different. This is like two soulmates that agreed to be together in the 5D before you became humans. In a previous life, you get along so well with each other because in a previous life, you've already had a life together. Okay, so this person feels incredibly familiar to you. You feel incredibly familiar to them. You just click, you just get on really, really well. Okay. Okay, so the Three of Pentacles came out in the challenge position. Now, 3 is a number of community, like teamwork, okay, within a workplace or within a wider family or a wider group of friends. 3 is a number of community, but Pentacles is specifically working together, cooperating. So it can be a workplace, literally, or it can be in a love reading. It means that this person wants to cooperate. The fact that it's in the challenge position is like, can you two get along? Can you see eye to eye? Do you want to cooperate with them? Can it work? We've got the Knight of Wands and the Two of Swords reversed. Let's talk about each one. So when the Two of Swords is upright, it's actually, it's not good when it's upright, okay? So it's a positive reversal when it's reversed. It's better to be reversed. When it's upright, it's someone that is blindfolding themselves. They don't want to deal with it. They refuse to make a decision or face up to something. It's burying your head in the sand, the Two of Swords. Very closed body language, blindfolded, you know. When it's reversed, it's like, I'm no longer running away from this. I'm prepared to face up to it, okay? The Knight of Wands was reversed as well, wasn't it? Now, when that's upright, that's very, very sexual energy. It can't be described as anything else, really. It's sexual. The Knight is very flighty. He's faster moving. He's in and out, he or she. They do what feels right in the moment. Very, very physical, passionate, spontaneous, you know, unplanned, uncalculated doesn't sound. I don't know what the antonym is for that, but when it's reversed, it could be one of two things. It could be a lack of libido, or it could be libido that's gone like off the charts, really, really high, like, or passion that's spilt over into anger. Then we've got the Lovers upright, so this is very emotional for this person. It isn't, you know, about sex. It's about emotions, a soulmate union, soul tie, feeling like you've had a past life together, feeling like you're in love with each other. You may have never even said it, okay? The Three of Pentacles, can we work together? Can we cooperate? Can we see eye to eye? I just get from this that this person is so drawn to you, whether they're a man or a woman. They're so crazy about your body, but it's like, I know this isn't very polite, but it's like mindful. They're in love with you, and that's what making love is about. It's about becoming one, isn't it? And it's when you're in love with each other, it's so much more than sex. Like when you've got a soul tie and you've agreed to be together in a past life, you're a divine union. Like, so you just get along so well with each other. Like when everything's good, it's like this person cannot let go of this, because they're crazy about you, okay? Very, very passionate, but it's from a place of strong emotion. Very, very, you know, they feel very like in sync with you, very safe with you, very sweet. Okay, it's mutual. because I can't have the same cards come out because they're all from the same deck. But if you look at what's on your side, you want to do this over as well. You want things to start back up as well, so do they. You don't want it to be over either. Let's get 3 for the outcome. So this is just the outcome for the 3rd week of June, okay? No one's gonna say anything to anyone. That's what that means. The Page of Pentacles upright is, do you know what? I'm gonna text that person. I am going to talk to them. I'm going to ask them out. I'm going to suggest that we meet. I'm going to strike up conversation. I'm going to reach out. Time, money, and energy. Okay. That's what taking someone on a date is. It requires a bit of time together. It requires some money. It requires an effort. So this is like, I'm not going to give my pentacle to anyone. I'm not giving my time, money, and energy to anyone. What the hell? I'm in love with them, but I'm not going to do it. See, let's get the other 2. The High Priestess. Okay, so if the High Priestess was upright, it would be intuitively, I know what the right thing to do is. In my gut, I know that I want to speak to this person. If I don't worry about what other people might say, if I don't worry about whose turn it is to reach out, or who was right or who was wrong, or whether this would be accepted, or whether they even fancy me anymore, or like, if you don't worry about anything, if you don't try to think about it, if you just go with what you intuitively know to be the right thing, which is that you cannot get over this person, you want a rebirth, you want a reunion, you want to reconcile, you want, things not to be how they are, that would be the High Priestess, because it's using your intuition, your 3rd eye. It's trusting the divine and knowing that everything's for a reason, that this person has a purpose in your life, a higher purpose, okay? When that's reversed, it's like, I can't follow my intuition, I'm too concerned with how this would work, it's unrealistic, or, practically, financially, or emotionally, like, I'm not open to speaking with them because they screw me over and I'm not going to listen to what they've got to say. It's like doubting yourself and thinking, well, maybe they weren't someone that I was supposed to be with, or I feel like this is an intuitive connection. However, I'm going to ignore it because of principles, or, something more to do with ego. Trying to reason out of it, distract yourself, avoid out of principle, rather than going with what you feel is the right thing to do. What's your body telling you to do? What's your heart, telling you? We as humans, we can overthink stuff and talk ourselves out of stuff. Say I mustn't do it, it isn't right. Or this was a mistake, I regret it, hold grudges. The Fool, ready to take a leap of faith. Okay, 0 is a reset. It's Aries energy, it's fire energy. We are galvanizing ourselves towards taking a leap of faith. This could be coming back together. It's like people who cliff jump, like they're kind of jumping, knowing that there's an element of risk involved. However, they feel like the payoff is worth it. It'll be an experience they'll never forget. You know, probably it'll be all right. Maybe it won't. Maybe they'll smash their ankles on rocks. Maybe, I don't know, they'll get swept away against the cliff, or something will go wrong. You know, they slip on the wet rock as they go to jump. They know there's risk involved, but people still do it, don't they? And part of the thrill is the risk. So, sensible or not, that's what the fool does. That's profound as fuck, you know. Right, let's see what their issues are. So we're going to dig on their side. You know why you feel the way that you feel. Let's have a look at them. Why have they got the Three of Pentacles as the challenge? Why have they got the Knight of Wands reversed? Because that's either being overly sexual or having a lack of libido. Which happens to us when we're stressed, when we're depressed, when we're anxious, when we're sad, when we're grieving, you know. Lots of things cause loss of libido, but it could be overly lusty energy. Maybe they can't fight it anymore, maybe they have to be with you. So let's ask the divine. Why is this person? Why have they got the Knight of Wands reversed? Okay, it's the overly lusty option. Okay, so if you had an affair with this person, or if you had some extremely passionate times, fun times with this person, they want that back, okay? They want the joy of life. They want, you know, part of the enjoyment is the risk. It makes it really extreme. It makes it really exhilarating. They feel like alive. They feel young. They're very, very drawn to it, and they're thinking about those good times. So it's your own fault if this person's obsessed with you. They can't ignore, basically with the Two of Swords reversed, they can't ignore the fact that it was insane good. Okay, it was crazy good. Spirit speaks. Seek wisdom in prayer, but also have an open dialogue. Okay, so it's very important to share all these thoughts that are swirling around in your brain. Yeah, this person is just, they've got these thoughts swirling around, and you probably have as well. You know, you're driving to work, or you're getting ready to go to bed at night, and you're thinking about all the good times. It's like a flash drive, you know, of like memories, and you sort of giggle thinking about stuff, you grin to yourself. You know, sometimes you're able to enjoy the memories, and sometimes it makes you really sad at what you've lost. It's like you know that person in a way that no one else knows them, and they know you in a way that no one else knows you. Even the people that are closest to them, you've got your own particular bond. And it's kind of sad to not be able to express that to anyone, or share that with anyone, or share that with you anymore, or share that with them anymore. I told you, look, they're in their feels, okay? They really, really, really miss this. They can't stop thinking about it. It's a huge loss to this person, and they want it back. Need I say more? They basically have become redundant in the bedroom. You may have as well. And I'm not saying that you can't get with anyone, but it's like you want this person and they want you. It's not about I just want to have sex. It's like I want my person. I want my person. I want to do it with them. It's good with them. They probably can't replicate even if they wanted to, even if they thought I can't have this person. Maybe it's just that the sex is really good or something. It doesn't feel like that with anyone else. It's the particular soul tie that you two have that makes it really special. It makes it special. Okay, so they want that back. Let's get the unspoken truth. Oh my God. Losing you taught me love isn't about possession. They may have tried to keep you a secret. They may have tried to control how this evolves. They may have liked it being in the dark, no one knowing about it because it felt like they were getting one over everyone. You know, if someone feels defeated by life, in work, at home, all the pressures, the responsibilities, you know, feeling like everything's about everyone else. It was invigorating, okay, to have this secret and to have you a secret, and you were like a pet to them, you know, and they never considered that you would fly away. Oh, it's kind of sad. Oh my God. Our connection is intense and it scares me. Oh my God. It's just, that is really. If this person was taken meeting you, they weren't expecting it, but it showed them that they actually have a soul tie with you, and they don't know if they have that with their person that they're actually committed to. So it's really like freaked them out. It's really freaked them out. Is there going to be a reunion? Because it looks like you both want this. It's coming for you. This is destined. Like, you can't miss it. Oh my God. Right. Spirit, what is your advice for Taurus? If this is resonating for Taurus, what is your advice? Oh my God. Opportunity. You will prove yourself and discover if you brave the rough seas. So it's not going to be comfortable. It's not going to be an easy conversation. There may be a lot of kinks to iron out. There may be some waves going over your head. Okay? But it's worth it to get to paradise. It is worth the swim. Dealing with the sharks, you know, getting a bit tired at times, but getting to paradise, okay, it's worth it. It's worth the difficult conversations and dealing with what other people think. It's worth it. Should we get confessions from them? I couldn't do it in the last reading because it was someone being manifested that was new. You brought the life back into my life. I'm focused on my career and finances. That could be because they're getting ready to, they could have issues in work which are really stressful for them just anyway. Or they could be trying to sort out finances so they can be more financially independent. So I don't know which, which that is, but God, don't we all? Hang on, let's get this one first. Advice for Taurus, please. Advice for Taurus. Desert passage. Trust there's a divine plan. Oh my God. That's all I can say at this point. That says it all. Guidance. In times of uncertainty, I ask God to guide me to the light in my being. I am directed to doors that will open inner freedom to me and step forward in trust. I release my fate to God and my faith is rewarded. I'm directed to doors that will open inner freedom and step forward into trust. That goes really well with trust that there's a divine plan and opportunity, doesn't it? Here and now, the future does not exist and the past is gone. I focus on the present moment. I have confidence in life again. Because here, now, there is no danger. Everything happens when my soul is ready. Oh, that goes really well with divine plan. It's coming for you. You don't need to be distressed about the past. I do that. It's like a highlight reel in my head, and I get myself really down and worked up and stressed and down. I've repeated myself there, but emphasis on down. It's okay to live in the moment, because if you trust in the wider plan that Spirit's working on, this was all supposed to happen. It's happening exactly how it was supposed to. There's meant to be time apart. Okay, this person is going through a realization and an ascension because they lost you. They know they kept you a secret, that the connection's extremely intense. They know there's something, they know that there's something special here. They know that they feel like really safe with you. They're really comfortable, they're really excited. You express yourselves really, really well to each other. When things are going great, they're fantastic. I mean, the passion's insane. They can't stop thinking about it anymore. Like, they're just like, I want that back. But it's not because it's like, you can sleep with a prostitute, but it's not going to be like when you sleep with someone that you're in love with. It's not going to be like that. So they want this. They want, they want this. They want to, for me, like, I know that looks a bit sordid because it's a condom, but it's someone that's like, they're wanting to, and they're planning to give their body to you, because when you feel connected to someone and you feel safe with someone, you give your body to them. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. So this person expresses their love for you like that. They want to cooperate, they want to work together. It's a very intense connection. They know that. It's not usual to feel like that Fertility. The frequency of fertility invites us to be more open, more courageous, more creative. Oh my God. That one says, brave the rough seas, be more courageous, opportunity, prove yourself and discover. More joyful than we were before. It activates the potential for something beautiful to grow from our consciousness into a new and grander expression of ourselves. Didn't we have something about communication down here? I love the way it all like matches up from different decks and stuff. Have an open dialogue. So it's okay to look within, but you need to communicate with each other. It's okay to, open up and be vulnerable. It's scary to make yourself vulnerable because you could get incredibly hurt, but it's wonderful as well. There's the potential for something beautiful to grow. I like these. Sacred geometry, that one. Okay, let's get you a crystal, Taurus. Don't forget this ended on the Fool card, which is like being prepared to jump. Half the fun is in the risk. That's why people do it, right? It's exhilarating. You feel alive. Maybe they don't feel alive without this connection. Maybe you don't feel alive, like you're just going through the motions, You get up, go to work, come home, go up, go to work, come home. What's it all for if you're not feeling exhilarated, if you're not feeling, a really true connection with someone? Garnet. I already know what this is going to say. So this is for the root chakra. There is garnet. What it is, sorry, what it is. Garnet's a deep pomegranate to fiery red stones that have lit wrists for centuries. Garnets come in many forms, like almandine, groschula, and spessartine, to name 3. Gorgeous garnets gush with positive vibes and are the perfect sparkly accessories to an I got this attitude. Who needs it? Writers who aren't writing, painters who aren't painting, sexual beings who aren't sexing. You two aren't sexing. You need to get some garnet. What's the matter with you? Where to put it? Any place you want to make something, be it art, love, or dollar bills, your When to use it: when you feel like the real you is getting lost in the sometimes shallow, often materialistic priorities of a likes-driven culture. Get into your depth. Yeah, I mean, like, look, you can lose yourself on social media, you can lose yourself and get into arguments, really fierce debates about crap with total strangers that you don't care about. You can waste hours doing that and it makes you feel miserable. And then, when you have this really intense, you discover a connection like this that makes you want to give yourself over to someone, and be completely like vulnerable with them. That's a beautiful thing. And to feel that you're both in it and you both want it back. Spirit's giving it the green light. There's so much more to life that's exhilarating, and it's not that there's a lot of it, it's actually rare. So when you find that with someone, you shouldn't take it for granted. You shouldn't take special connections for granted. And it's not about sleeping with people, it's about meeting someone that you feel safe with, meeting someone that you feel an intense emotional bond with, that this is someone that you're in love with and they're in love with you. You don't take it for granted, okay? Because you can buy all the stuff. I buy so much stuff, and stuff is nice, but it doesn't keep you warm at night. You didn't get really, excited about the way you do, but when you're being with a person, there's nothing better when you're crazy about each other. It's nothing better than that. So, you can spend all the money that you want. You can get all the likes that you want, but it doesn't make people happy, does it? Being in a genuine soul tie with someone, being crazy about each other, that's a wonderful thing to discover and to experience, even if it doesn't last forever. Just to have had that experience and know how amazing it feels is really, really nice. And if you feel that you both want it back, you're not going to be able to forget about it. This has to happen, guys. Okay, Taurus, if you enjoyed that reading, please give me a like, share, subscribe, follow, repost, support the channel. Take care. You're welcome to stick around. If you're late on in Taurus season, you might want to watch the Gemini reading that I'm about to do now. Because if you cusp with another sign, it tends to resonate as well. Or if you're dealing with a Gemini, cross-watch them. I'm so glad I went for a walk this evening. If you're not careful, you just work. Oh my god, just work 24/7. My body needs me to make good choices for it, and it needs that physically and it needs that mentally as well. It's so lovely out, and it's been a bit too hot in the UK today, but because I went for a walk quite late on, it was after 7 till about 8:30, just an hour when it's gone cooler, because if you opened the windows and worked today, it was just more heat coming in from outside. That's how hot it was. So there was no airflow, and just to be walking around with the breeze on me, I just felt like the richest person in the world walking around my local area before on a lovely summer's evening. There's loads of people out doing the same, and they're probably just trying to get an hour outside of work and not just being in the house. Because what you do, you look at electronics, don't you? Got to be out in nature. They say that when you're if you get this really intense rush and feeling of gratitude and you don't really know where it's come from, it's because your soul partner's thinking about you as well. So if you get feelings like that, Taurus, bearing in mind you just had a reading where someone feels exactly the same and wants to get back, you know, into this intense connection, maybe they're thinking about you too. If you get this sudden feeling of gratitude, I heard that from another reader. It's like God's smiling on you or something, or the divine smiling on you, you know, you can feel it. Right, on to Gemini.